Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to our Navamsa video of the week. And this week, we're going to be covering Rahu in the second house of the Navamsa chart. And what happens when Rahu, the north node of the moon, is sitting in the second house in the Navamsa chart, which is one of the most important charts in Vedic astrology, known as a D9 chart. It kind of pretty much shows the path of the soul, shows the path that you walk on after marriage. It's the second half of your life. It's the strength of your planets. It's the spiritual ashram that you walk on with your partner. So it's very important. Pretty much, you can just predict a person's life just by looking at the Navamsa. That's it. You don't even have to look at the birth chart, if you know some of the techniques of the Navamsa. So it's an important chart. So, and obviously if you do not know if you have Rahu in the second house of Navamsa, what other placements you have, you can go to my website astrologykrs.com under shop section, and you'll find it in option 5 and beyond options with the report. So, Rahu in the second house of the Navamsa. So, one of the most important things, okay, because without this particular thing, whatever I say here may not mean anything. Specifically for Rahu and Ketu, it's very important, especially when you're looking at Navamsa. Because even in the birth chart, we can say a whole lot without looking at this one other thing, but in the Navamsa you have to. So Navamsa, what you have to look at is the dispositor of Rahu. Meaning, what sign is Rahu sitting in? Is it Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo? I mean, what zodiac sign is it in? Then you have to look at where the Lord is placed, meaning where the sign Lord is placed of Rahu. That will quickly, within like 5 seconds, you'll know exactly what Rahu is going to do. So that's the first thing I'm going to say, because what I tell you here, it'll greatly be dependent upon the dispositor. Forget even the strength of the dispositor. I'm not even talking about that. Forget if the dispositor is strong or weak, Rahu is strong or weak. We just have to know, where is the dispositor placed? Is it with Rahu? Is it in the third house? Is it in the 8th house? Is it in the 11th house? That will give you a whole lot of flavor very quickly about Rahu. But Rahu in the second house shows that, first of all, either by force or by your own will, you're going to separate yourself from your own family after marriage. Meaning, especially in traditional societies like India, where there's joint families, like after marriage you live with your parents and brothers and sisters, you have a joint family. This particular part of Rahu, it will make it close to impossible finding a cordial relationship between everybody. And so this is why a person always has to live separately, or always has to go to even foreign lands. So whether an opportunity comes in, work opportunity comes in, you move out on your own, you get the visa, you move to a different city, you move like 20-30 minutes away from your home, it's always a better thing to do with this Rahu. Number 2, you will always exaggerate your family situation. You will embellish a lot of things about your family, your wealth, your status, while your spouse will always correct you. Like, for example, you just bought a Mercedes 300 class, okay? I think which is one of the lower end Mercedes Benz you get. When you meet some family friend, when you meet a cousin or something, you're telling them, we just bought a S500. which is a very expensive car. It's literally like $106,000 car in US, where the 300 or S300 or SLK or something, which is like 45, 50, $60,000. Still expensive, but it's nothing like the S500. So you will embellish a lot of things about your wealth, your money, your status, but your spouse will correct you, meaning she or he will look at you like, no, we didn't get that. We got the S300. We got the S300. Stop talking nonsense. That will create this rift between the person and their spouse. Like, why can't you support me on this? Why can't, we say that? Even though you may not say that to your spouse, you'll feel like that. Then, Rahu in the second house. Now, this strictly is dependent upon the condition. No longer the placement. Now I'm talking about the condition, good or bad, weak or strong. Condition of the dispositor of Rahu. If the dispositor of Rahu is strong, huge wealth after marriage. But the dispositor has to be strong. For me to tell you what Rahu is doing, besides wealth, I can still tell you just by looking at the dispositor where it's going. But to show, because second house is what? Besides family, it's wealth. And it's your bank account after marriage. It's your bank account. It's your bank balance once you are married, or once you are entering your second half of life. So here Rahu it's capable of giving you wealth to a point where you don't know what to do with the money. Like a person could be making $150,000 a month from owning motels, hotels, real estate business, and this business and stock market, and you're just like, what do I do now with this money? Where do I invest? And at the same time, Rahu, because remember, there's all kinds of people in this world. Rahu can also make you a thief, where you don't have enough money, where you have to steal the money, where you have to, in India they say you gotta take the ghee out with the crooked finger instead of the straight finger. That's Rahu. Rahu in Navamsa in the second house gives much better results for a person when they are either away from their birth city, at least 100 to 200 miles away, or in foreign lands. Rahu will make you earn money through foreign sources. So if you've been earning money just in your home city, you might still be in your home city throughout your life, for the rest of your life. But suddenly what will happen is after marriage, you will join an MNC, multinational company. So let's say you were working for GE in the, before marriage. Suddenly after marriage, you get a position in IBM. I don't know if that thing still exists, or Google. You could be working for Bain and Company, McKinsey and Company, like a consulting firm. So these things happen. But the money will somehow start coming from a foreign source. The other thing we also see is that you will start wearing glasses. You'll start wearing glasses after marriage. And usually a person gets old, their eyes gets weak, they start wearing glasses, So that's not something really impressive to tell there. One of the other things that we also see, a person will start, drinking, will start eating non-veg, may even start smoking with Rahu. But especially, the health of the dispositor is seen. Now, you must be thinking, oh, I smoke and my dispositor is bad. No. You gotta understand, you're not in control of your life, you're not in control of your chart, you're not in control of your destiny. Rahu will say that I'm giving you this massive money. And a person is thinking, why the hell am I getting this massive money? And they're thinking, they're sitting here and they're having their cigar. what did I do in my past life that I got all this money? What did I do? What's going on? I'm drinking because I'm confused. Well, the thing is, because Rahu was activating in your Navamsa, it made you started smoking, eating meat, started drinking. What is that doing? It's automatically reversing the effect and it's activating your Rahu. So it's not something that you did. Because Rahu is in the second house, what it did, it first made you appreciate Rahu by automatically finding love for smoking and drinking. From there, Rahu became active in the second house. That means, is the dispositor bad or good? That's your own individual perception. That's your own individual perception. But Rahu gave you the fame, Rahu gave you the money. And yet you're thinking, while doing the Rahu thing, how did I get money? Well, because you automatically activated Rahu in your birth chart. You see, so your perception is Rahu is bad because it makes you eat and drink and smoke and blah, 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 blah. All the trash that is recycling in your brain since you were young. In looking at its I'm forgetting this word, but looking at it from a technical perspective. Okay, looking at it from a technical perspective, Rahu got activated by doing certain activities of Rahu. Each planet in your life becomes active when you do activities of that planet. So it was destined for you to do this. It was destined for your Rahu to become active, for you to do this, to make it active, and then the money came in. So now one will say, oh, you're smoking, you're drinking. Oh, your Rahu must be bad. But you don't realize the life of the person. They're living in a mansion. They are, yes, that's the word. Methodology. Not mythology, methodology. But see, that's the thing. So, a guy is living in a mansion with his wife and spouse with S500, making 200,000 a month, and he's just thinking, what happened? How did my life just turn around suddenly? And in your perspective, you're looking at the guy smoking, drinking, saying, my God, you have the worst chart because your Rahu is so bad. Now, in your perspective, that could be true. Sure, in your perspective, drinking is not good, smoking is not good, so having wealth through that is not good. Fine. To each his own. But from an astrology perspective, people come to astrologer to find out the good and bad effect by seeing how much money, wealth, success, promotions they will receive. It is that simple. Okay? And especially with Rahu, especially Navamsa, not the birth charts, Navamsa, you will make contacts with politicians. Somehow, some way, politicians will become part of your life, somehow, some way. Even if, let's say, you manufacture clothes, perhaps the politician who owns some company is becoming one of your biggest distributor. And that's how you get to know them. And their MP or their some city council, fine, you know a politician that way. Things like that happen. But the biggest thing you have to understand, who is Rahu behaving like? Who is Rahu behaving like in the second house? That is seen through the dispositor of Rahu. What is the quality of that Rahu? Whatever Rahu is becoming, look at where the dispositor is gone. What strength and weakness does it have? And especially the direction that the dispositor goes to, that's how Rahu is going to extract its energy. That's how it's going to extract its energy. And obviously, the relationship with the in-laws will either be none to nil. or very, very restricted. It's kind of like karmically blocked. Like maybe you're not just supposed to have dealing with the in-laws. You've already finished that part of your life. And you will most likely be the sole earner in the family. The joint assets that are coming in is not coming through the spouse. It is you who are getting all this money, so no longer your spouse has to deal with joint assets or putting money in the joint assets. And it goes for both men and women. So don't think it's only for men, women as well. However, you do always tend to read the chart differently for a woman. You read a chart differently for a woman. Even in the birth chart, if let's say you have Saturn in the ascendant in a woman's birth chart versus a Saturn for a man, it'll have two different implications. It'll have the same results, but it represents two different dynamics, two different implications, for both the sexes. So that's what Rahu is doing. But it'll definitely light up your career in certain cases. Fame, career, wealth. And the thing about Rahu is, see, people don't realize, people always keep running after saying Rahu is illusion. Rahu is delusion and Maya. Yes. Where do you think you're living and breathing? Are you in Swargalok? Are you in a different loka? Are you in Brahmalok? No, you are in Maya Lok. You are in Maya. You are an illusion. So who is the ruler of that? Rahu. So it is absolutely true, but you just got the whole meaning wrong of Rahu. Rahu is Maya. And what is Maya? This is Maya. This cell phone. This is Rahu. Oh, and my wife got me this cell phone cover. Wooden cover made of KRSchannel. So yeah, it's that simple. Once you get to learn some of these basic dynamics, you will be like, okay, I get it. I got it. I'm good. Okay. One thing you will also notice when Rahu is in the second house, your elder sibling, if you have an elder sibling, depending upon where the 11th Lord is in your birth chart, when you get married in Navamsa, your elder sibling at your wedding could have a surprise for you. Some surprise news. So you will see that. They can even give you the news that they're pregnant at your wedding. But definitely you gain something positive from the elder sibling. Okay. So guys, this was my pretty quick analysis of Rahu in the second house in the Navamsa chart. If you are new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to learn these things in the most simplest, easiest, fun way, I have now my astrology academy, Magha Astrology Academy, which you can join, which is definitely a fun thing for me because I love teaching more than anything else. I love teaching like I'm doing here. It's just someone else comes out of me. It's not me anymore when I teach. It's just someone else. But again, if you want the report, just go to astrologycares.com. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday maybe. Okay?